So this is that calm before the storm. Was I planning on working tonight? I was paying attention. I was out there, I had cast a couple nets. But how many times has Amazon called me tonight? How many new connections did I make on Chime? Lou and I are just out here getting ready to start our night. We're at home. We're gonna go get all the peas and all the poops out before we head out.
Ready, my friend. Can I get the last four?
Sure, it is LNGY. Is Sand 5 switching to the screen?
Correct. Tom, is that you?
That's me. What's going on?
Oh, where you been at?
I've been all around. I haven't been coming here a lot. I've been over at Sand 3 a bunch, just still running around. But I love dealing with you guys. I hate seeing the screen up here.
We were just talking about you the other day.
Hopefully good things.
Yeah, he needed shuttle drivers and he wanted to see if he could request you.
Oh, very nice. I'm always appreciative of that.
Oh, there he is!
Yes. You guys want to see him? You guys want me to come up to the thing? I'll bring him up.
Yeah, if you can, I want to see him.
All right.
Yay.
I'll be right up. All right, buddy. I'm gonna go say hey. Man, sounds like Sand 5 is switching to the screen, which, you know, I have no say in it. I have to accept it, but I hate the screen sometimes. It's just so much easier when you deal with a person. I've put that in prior videos. You know, you get out to the trailer, you find out there's an issue with it, and it's just so convenient being able to call somebody in that guard shack as opposed to having to contact ROC, having to, you know, I understand why they do it. Like now Amazon doesn't have to pay somebody's wage to sit in that guard shack, but it's just so much easier when it's not the screen. So there's that. Grabbed that arrival successfully detected at 7:47, got in the gate here. Tried to get here, trying to get a little jump on these loads. I have two of them set up through the, you know, Amazon giving me a call. And if there's a big enough gap in my night to where I'm gonna be looking for something real specific. If once I get on the road and start rolling around, what's going on? Once I get on the road and start rolling around, I will know how much time I have to possibly pick up that connecting load. Slim probability it's gonna happen, maybe like a 20% shot. But if I could get one that, let's say, picked up in the Eastville area coming back to San Diego, I absolutely would book it. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm due back here at 2:30, so I have to be aware on that of what time if that potential load that I could be looking for, what time does that end at? If that ends at beyond 2:30, let's say I find the perfect load, but it ends at 2:45, guess what? I'm an ineligible driver. Crazy to book it, would have to reject it. So I've got to be paying attention to those end times on this way back, but just gonna get this trailer all set up. This load's for sure going through. It is attached to my truck and get it on up to Eastvale. I believe that is LGB3. Just gotta do all my connections. Gonna go, I already looked at the tires. Tires look good, and then just do a tug test on this. Any trailer you do take, especially if you're going through the scales, I mean, technically my answer on this should be every time, but any trailer you're taking, you do want to be sure that it's had an annual inspection sometime in the last year. This one was done in August of 2024. Last thing, you hear my seal inside the truck, they're barking. Last thing you want to do is be going through the scales with a trailer that hasn't had an annual inspection in the last year. So definitely a good thing to check. I'm gonna get this thing all set up. We're gonna head up to Eastville. Why are you so loud? Have I ever left you once? This life's a freaking trip, man. I just left LGB3 pulled in across the way over here to the Chick-fil-A Costco parking lot, just killing time. Ran into Kay. I was leaving and she's like, "What's up, Stat Trucking?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, "I follow you on YouTube," and you know, same type of thing. I'm like, you know, would it be cool with your consent? Could I tell this story? Could we take a picture together? She's like, absolutely, absolutely. She's over there doing the Hostler gig for LGB3 tonight. So always excited to hear that. You know, I like seeing other people be successful with this stuff. I'm not claiming to be successful with it, but you know, I've had in my own eyes some success success, and you know, seeing other people succeed at it makes me so happy. Especially with like all the, you know, when I was looking into trucking, it's like everything I could find about Amazon online, letting Lou go potty here, everything I could find on Amazon online was like how horrible they were, how terrible they were, and that just has not been my experience. I'm not in love with all their processes. I try to showcase those on here as far as like, you know, I think they could do better, you know, stuff to look out for, but you know, seeing somebody else succeed at this makes me so happy. And you know, and I'm not taking credit for her success at all. You know, she has earned that. Anybody out here making money with Amazon, that is 100% yours. I'm not trying to steal your thunder and be like, it's because of me. It's not because of me. I mean, you're in there putting in the hard work. I try to come up with like little tips and pointers to help people out, stuff that I've gotten caught up on. And probably the reason I have so many videos about Amazon is because I've gotten caught up on a lot, and I just don't want to see people falling in those same pitfalls that I found myself in. But just finished up the load. As far as like load board strategy, let's talk about it. Whole way up here, or half the way up here, I was paying attention to like loads from this area going back home, because I'm not due back at Sand 5 until 2:30. Got plenty of time to make it. Where my trouble was, and you got to be aware of this if you're booking loads off the load board with Amazon, you got to be aware of back end problems. Say I find the perfect load, but it's not supposed to end until after 2:30. Guess what? I'm an ineligible driver. So definitely not going to do that. Kind of like I said, I paid attention to that for the first half coming up here. I then switched up my motive a little bit. I was rather than looking for loads going home, I was like, you know what, I'm probably not going to find one, because they dropped a few, but they again, it was those back end problems. I started looking at loads starting here and staying around here, something I could knock out in like an hour or less that would pay all right and still get to Sand 5 on time. Again, the problem with those, I couldn't really book it until right now, and right now it is 10:51. I still could probably book something, but all the loads I'm seeing are, you know, they're high dollar per mile, they're short distance, but the problem is they're all like $180, $200, and I'd be threading a needle on those. I mean, if I'm wrong and I get to Sand 5 after 2:30, I just messed up my score for $200. That's not going to happen. So it's kind of, you know, you do have to be measured, you do have to be disciplined in this stuff too. I mean, trust me, I mean, I'm seeing loads that are like, that'd be great to book, I'd love to do that, but it's like, is an extra $200, yeah, I might feel good now, but I'm gonna feel like crap for the next 6 weeks as I dig myself out of that hole that my grade's gonna be in. So just kind of messing around now, walking Lou a little bit. He was kind of anxious to get out at that last spot. It was great seeing Kay. Appreciate you letting me take a picture with you. Always good to meet you guys. And just gonna kind of mess around here and then leisurely make my way back down to Sand 5. Lou, it's not like the other car where I can have you sit in my lap. We're in a freaking semi-truck right now. We're in a semi-truck. You can't sit in my lap. Lou, I've had 3 bulldogs before. You're the only one that makes these noises. So this is my favorite time of the night, where I just got to get a trailer up to San Bernardino. And then the cool thing about once I get to San Bernardino is I don't have any time constraints on me. So right now, I mean, hey, I'm content if it just stays at the 2 loads. But if I can turn it into 3, of course I'd do that. Wanted to show you something here. I was showing you last time on those annuals. I just got to this one, and as you can see, it was last done in August of 2023. The fact that I gotta take this trailer through the scales, got Lou going nuts up there. The fact that I gotta take this trailer through the scales, this isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna go get in touch with the people up at the guard check, let them know that this trailer, last time it had an annual done was over a year ago. I don't wanna get caught going through the scales with a trailer that hasn't had an annual done in a little bit. So I'm gonna give them a call, see what they say. I'll let you know how this gets resolved. And some nights are like this. Some nights you play musical trailers. They sent me over here to slip 854. That's the slip I'm in right there. I come to this new trailer, and it was last inspected, that might be a bit much, September of 2023. So this one's a no-go too. I just called them. They said, go check out the trailer at 862. It's a brand new trailer, so rather than drive to it, I'm just gonna walk over here to it. It does look like a new trailer. I hope it's been inspected recently. You'd hate to get caught slipping at the scales. I mean, it's just one of those things. After my one out of service there, which was my fault for a stop lamp switch, I don't want to get put out of service for something as blatant as like the sign on the trailer. So let's just see here. 862, this is the one they're hooking me up with. 862. Where is that inspection? This thing was made, this is a brand new trailer. Oh, here we go. So here we go. That is June of 2024. Although that's the date of manufacture. Is that an inspection as well too? Date of manufacture. Quality control. This is one of those times I really wish I had a real trucker to ask here. Somebody, a more experienced trucker. If this thing was manufactured in June of 2024, does that count the same as an inspection? I'm gonna go with third time's a charm and take this one. If I get put out of service for this thing not having an inspection on it, I can live with it. At least I'm making the decision, but yeah, we're gonna take this one. In line here waiting to check out of KSBD. Just got that green light here. Whole way up here, two things I was looking at. One was what I was hoping for, which was a load from this area going back home. My chances of hitting that are around like 20%. And then what I was also looking for was loads that started up here around San Bernardino where I was dropping off and staying local. I mean, I know those will usually pay, those search filters, I usually say like start at San Bernardino, max miles, like 50 miles. See if this gate's gonna go down. And you're okay though. They ended up dropping one going from this KSBD back down to my hometown, basically Poway, DSD8. So gets me back home. Unless something's crazy going on in San Diego, I don't think I'll book anything else. There we go. But I'm gonna head down to Poway now. Shutting this one down at the same place we started at. Good old San 5, 7144. Otay Mesa Road. I was gonna check in with you at Poway. Things started happening fast. They started, I got to there at like, I think like 7:05. I think I was out of there at 7:05, and they put these little DSD4 empty moves coming back down to San 5, and it's like, I can't pass that up. What a perfect little nightcap. But I'm tired. Somewhere in the night, I let my hair down and became this disheveled individual you see before you now. And yeah, total of 4 loads. 3 of them were empty moves. One of them, the one from San Bernardino to Poway, was actually a loaded move, but I'll have to reference the Tonu and look at that. I think it had like a couple carts in it, and it was not a lot. But fantastic night. I'll break down the numbers at the end. One of the things that Kay told me when I met her was, she said she respected me because I was one of those few carriers that she knows of that keeps their grade at 100%. So let's just see, just for giggles here, let's just go in here. Yeah, see, they have more of those DSD4 moves if I wanted them. What made it make sense before was I was coming down here and I was driving by it. I don't want to drive back up there. That DSD4 move I just finished, the reason it made sense to me at the time was, let's just see here. I think it was a history. Something went wrong. It's not gonna work for me right now. It was like a 745 pickup, and it's 822. I just dropped it off at San 5, so that's what made it make sense. Let's go in here. They changed this. It used to say performance, it now says scorecard. Let's click on this. And we don't care about the last active 6 weeks. We want to see what we did last night, so let's change that filter. Another thing they changed, it used to say trailing 7 days or last 7 days, now it says weekly. Let's just be sure we hit all the marks. So on time 100, acceptance 100, app usage 100, disruption free 100. So excited about that. Yeah, it just you know, keeping up on all these little things. Definitely gonna turn it in now. Not a bad week. Started off, you know, Monday pretty strong, Tuesday strong, took Wednesday, Thursday off, came out last night, and absolutely gonna take tonight off because today is Saturday and today is all about Alabama football at my folks' house. Hope this video serves you well. Appreciate you taking the trip with me. Take care.